Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another Mr. Stephen Has a Mr. Dabble. Now, if I've got it right, it's Friday today. I got it so wrong last week. So it might be Friday, and if it's Friday, that means it's the last video of the week, and we'll see you back on Monday. But until then, we've got to continue with what we were doing yesterday. Now, yesterday we went and mined a load of sandstone because we're going to turn these into nice, pretty sandstone walls instead of ugly stone ones. Which I thought, okay, well that's an easy thing to do. Of course it isn't. Now, let's start on the other side, because the other side is a lot easier to do this with. And we're going to take our axe, and the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to get rid of the stone that's there. And for the time being, I'm just going to work around those blocks that have got torches on. So we'll take all of these to start off with. There's the chickens in the background having a cluck. When we get to these, we can get rid of them. Put those in. And then let's make sure we've got a space for the torches in there so we can put the torches back, because they're very important. And again, and this is what the walls of our place are going to look like. I think that looks much better. I think that looks much better designed, so I'm happy with that. How do I do that? Right, yes, there we go. Right, let's get that off. Let's get our block of sandstone in there, and that. And now, of course, that does mean we're going to have to go back here as well, so we've got a consistent look for everything. Everything in this base needs to have that sort of sandstone-y look. And I realise that we're collecting a lot of cobblestone, a lot of other stuff that we probably don't need or want, but that's alright. We will find a use for all of these things at some point in our lives. Now, when I take this stuff away, the likelihood is water is going to come in. Here we go. Oh no, that's alright. Okay. We can get away with that. That's good. And then we'll put sandstone in here. And it really, to me, to my mind anyway, this really is a much better look. It's a much better feel for the whole base. I want it to feel like it's been constructed and not just hewn out of wood. And you can see here how I've not gone into doing those bits because I actually want a shovel. Now, here's an interesting thing. Maybe I could make an interesting shovel. So let's head on over to the smeltery where we were before. And we'll see. So I've got breathing problems at the moment. It tends to happen with me in, well, just name a month. Is that what we need for a shovel? I don't know. Let's have a look. No, we just need that. And we need that. And we've got an obsidian. We've got a reinforced 3 shovel there. That's pretty good. Let's give it, but it's a terrible durability of 44. Because presumably I'm not using many interesting things. Well, let's grab some obsidian there and just let's see. I don't think this is going to work somehow. I need to do... I've got a stencil. So I want to put my block here and my tool rod there. And I get an obsidian rod and a bit of obsidian back. Now, if I do this, do my obsidian thing there. Where's my obsidian head gone? There we go. We've got reinforced 3. And that still gives us a bad durability. Which means that we might need to do something about that. But I'm not sure what we can do with all the stuff that we've got here. So, I'm just going to have a quick look at this lapis again, because I was positive that you could sort of add refinements and things to it. And lapis was one of them. Let's put that there. And let's put that on there. Nope. That on there. No, you see, we probably need the ore, don't we? The sort of not as a block. So how would we get that to not be in a block? There we go. Nope, that's not doing anything for us at all. Oh, it's the wrong stuff. That's I grabbed this thinking it was lapis lazuli, and it's not. It's electro. What should we call it? Let's go back upstairs, and I will stop feeling silly. I want to grab some. You see, I'm so interested in this stuff because I've not done it before that I'm just. I will often sit and just randomly play with stuff, going, well, what does this do, and can I make it do that? And yeah. So anyway, we've earned some achievements today already. That's pretty good. Let's go into our metals thing again. It wasn't in, may not be in metals. I've got a golden nugget there. I've got electrum there. Ooh, what do we need? I wonder what one of those does. And this is where things get interesting. The other thing you can get is you can use as redstone. So that'll be fun. Let's try redstone and see what that does. Engineers thing, lapis lazuli. Here we go. I'll take that block, thanks. And let's run downstairs and see what happens. I didn't bring any. Oh, here we go. Lapis. In there. And that gives us luck. I don't want luck. I want maybe half the luck that I've got from that. It's not the best luck in the world, but it's more lucky than nothing. I think, actually, let's keep all of that. Let's try redstone. What does redstone do? Redstone gives us haste. Okay, yeah, alright, well, let's use a whole block of redstone. That's still only haste. Still only a bit of haste, but we've got some modifiers as well there. What happens if we put that in there? Absolutely nothing. It doesn't like that at all, so that's useless. But we'll use haste on this. That's kind of fun. And we can start... Oh, we can put that there. Excellent. But here... Here, I'm going to put the lapis and use luck on this. And you can keep doing this, you see. And every time you do it, it sort of builds up the amount of luck you've got. And there we go. And we've got this thing with a massive durability. The repair that we need for it is lead, which we have a lot of at the moment. But that's something that we're going to need to be aware of. 2 things of lead should repair the whole thing from broken, I think. We've got a good mining speed. Look at the mining speed on that now, 11. That's very, very good. And we've got luck on there, obviously, which is great. We don't need anything else, I don't think. So that's our thing. Oh, can I add another modifier to it? No, I can't. That's fine. But I could add more modifiers to this. I can. You can just basically do the same thing, and it will build up the amount of stuff you've got. So all we're doing is we're just shifting from one thing to another. And the more that we do this, the hastier it gets. I think that's the idea anyway. And you can see, the great thing about this is you can start to see the sort of flecks of redstone in the thing as you go along, which is really cool. And remember, these things never break. If you hold over the, you might need some obsidian to repair them, but they don't break in the same way that old Minecraft tools do. You will have them and you just won't be able to use them. So it's fine to do this, and they can be modified later on. You can add stuff to them that will allow you to modify them even more. It's all good. And I can use that obsidian shovel now with some redstone. You can see just the redstone and the edges there on the edge of the screen to shovel out. That's going really quickly as well. Now, we're now dealing with the outside world, and that's always a little bit of a problem, but I'm going to ignore that for now. Oops. And then we can sort of build in here as well. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. This is where that thing would be useful, but we haven't got it. So torches, we'll grab our torches that are there. We've got to put 4 back because we've got rid of 4. And I imagine one of them's there. I'm not sure where the other one is. So yeah, I'm going to leave it like that for the time being. If we have any problems, then we can solve that without any problems. At this point, I feel confident enough to take off these, as we're going to be taking all of this away. To take these broken wings and learn to fly again. Because there is light here. It's not like there isn't any light here at all. And we could take a look at our obsidian shovel again. And remember, I want to make the roof this as well, so some of this is going to have to come out to put sandstone on the roof, but it doesn't need to happen straight away. The only thing that I'm really worried about is getting this, there we go, done in time. And, when I was making this, I called it a secret base. That's not strictly true. It's not a secret base in the traditional sense of the idea of it being hidden away from everybody and not visible. It's a part of the house. It's part of the building, a part of the land that isn't sort of part of the house as such, but it is part of something else. I know what I mean. That's actually really awkward. That feels really wrong. Mining into the sun like that. I'm gonna do this bit here, and then I'm gonna mine in that way. Again, apologies for nose problems. They do happen to me an awful lot. And of course the benefit here I have in this particular pickaxe is that it's lead, and yeah, shouldn't be. That means it's cheap to repair. Okay, I'm waffling again because I'm doing something which is fairly boring. That happens. Unfortunately. Oops. Oh no, I didn't miss one. We have come to the end of our first block, I think, or maybe our second block of sandstone. That is a dangerous and difficult path that we've let ourselves in for. These big walls in particular, they take a lot of material. I mean, a real ton of material. There we go. Only a few issues there to have to deal with, like that. And that's the sort of the first couple of walls done. I'm going to be working through the night here, and we've come up to sort of 17 minutes of it. And I know you don't want to sort of sit here watching me do all of this. You want to come along and see the exciting bits. So I'm going to carry on with this boring job, and then when you come back next week, we will move on to the next bit. Anyway, thanks very much for coming along. I hope you're enjoying this week's videos. I hope you enjoyed last week's Saturday video, a special video where we're doing crafting warriors with Kiba the Barbarian's crafting warriors. If you haven't seen it, go and see it. There's probably going to be another crafting warriors thing, maybe before Christmas, maybe just after. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And of course, do join us for all of the other stuff that we do. 7 o'clock on Mondays, and it's GMT now because we've gone into GMT land. It's 7 o'clock on Mondays GMT. We are doing Paladins at the moment. It changes occasionally. Paladins is a lot of fun right now, so we're kind of figuring that game out. Tuesdays we're doing Rocket League still, from 7 till 9, both days, both GMT. Come along and watch those, and yeah, they're great fun. Until next time, thanks very much for coming along. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here, and an absolute pleasure making these videos for you, as it is every week. Bye folks. Have a good time, and keep mining. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. We love having you around, and we love hearing from you. Also, check out the other videos on this channel. It's Minecraft on Mondays, the Stephen and Joe Gaming Show on Wednesdays, and our playthrough videos on a Friday. You can also find me over on Twitch at Mr_Stephen. Monday from 7 till 9 with Battle Cattle UK, and Tuesdays playing Rocket League again from 7 till 9. If that's still not enough of me for you, head on over to Twitter at Steve_Meller to join in the conversation. That's me, signing off. Until next time, folks, good night.